Hey Facebook.
Hi, Facebook.
Happy Sunday evening to you. I hope you all had a good weekend. Just we're a bit late coming on tonight, but we had to let the football finish, didn't we?
Yeah.
So if you're watching on replay, just drop replay in the comments for us.
Tell us what you've been up to this weekend.
Yeah. Let us know where you're tuning in from as well. We'd like to know where people are watching from. But got a few things that we want to share with you guys. We're not going to be on very long, but we've got some exciting news later on. But we wanted to talk a little bit about where we were, what we've done to overcome it, and then where we're going. Okay, so we were part of a old leadership, and a lot of what we were getting taught, what we were doing. Hi everyone for jumping on, by the way, not ignoring you. We were very much a hype community. We were very much a spammy, very spammy. It's not what we like to do. Far from it actually, because we knew that it wasn't the best way of doing things. Okay, but naturally, you do fall into the trap, don't you?
We fell into it. Don't get me wrong, there was a lot of things that we learned about social media
100%,
that
100%.
helped us, and we needed to learn that. But at the same time, we kind of went into it wasn't us, and there was things being asked as a group, and I remember there being days where I'd hold my phone and I'd be like, I'd feel sick. I'd feel physically sick because it wasn't me, and I'd do it because it was a pressure to all do it together, but it didn't build my business.
Overwhelm.
It wasn't me. There was overwhelm as well. I got overwhelmed. Most of our team got overwhelmed, and it kind of led us all to be stuck, and especially both of us, because we're both having a tackle with each other because we're both doing something that we don't agree with, that's not us. And if you're someone like me, I run things over again and again in my head, and it's not good. It's not good for your mental state either. It's really not. And it kind of took me backwards, like massively backwards. And I joined this industry and I got out of that, and then I went back into it, so it affected my mental state, my health, not my mental state in a bad way, but as in how you are seeing the world around you. You become more negative than positive, and that's not good, and it's not good for those around you, and it affects your health as well because you're not bothered about what you're doing. And that's where we're coming from, really. It's like, not only have the last 6 months made us realise that we went into that, and there was loads of good things, and we have had a lot of success, and as much as it might not be the success that we wanted as quickly, we have had a lot of success. And most people don't do what we done at all in networking. And actually, it took us to look at that and say, hold on a minute, we have done that. And we actually do need to give ourselves a pat on the back, because a lot of people don't even do that.
It was an overwhelming time though, wasn't it? And it was a difficult stage. There was a lot going on. It wasn't really duplicatable for the masses.
No.
A lot of team dropped off because they couldn't sustain almost the workload. And when you're trying to follow someone or something that's you feel almost that you're not worthy, you're not able to duplicate what is being taught. So from that perspective, you need to find what works for you.
Also, it's not being authentic, and in order to work anywhere, you need to be authentic to you. And if you're following someone else, you're not being authentic. And it doesn't matter how good friends you are, it doesn't matter what relationship you have with them, you need to be yourself and be authentic, because otherwise you don't come across to your people as being authentic and you will turn them off. And that's kind of what I feel I did.
It's easily done though. It's easily done if you're following someone else.
Yeah.
So from what it takes a lot for someone to step away from the environment you're in, to look back from an outsider's perspective and see what's actually going on, be realistic with yourself, and then say, look, it's not working. This isn't right. You know, we've got team leaving because they're overwhelmed. We've got team leaving for various reasons. And you're thinking to yourself, why? So you take a long, hard look at yourself, your business, your team, and you speak to some of them to see how they feel. And then you make a decision as to what you do going forward. So for us, like, it's certainly within this last 6 months, that's why we're here, okay? That last 6 months, you know, we've actually gone away. We've still been working the business. We've still been there for the team.
We went away and we've been with our team.
100%. But we've been secretly, quietly going and getting coaching, you know? Coaches who have been there, done it, and built a sustainable business, something that lasts you for years and years and years. They've done it with multiple companies. It doesn't matter what company they're with, what compensation plan they were building with. They have been and done it with, we're talking like 3 probably of the best coaches you're going to actually find and meet. And that is where we are now stronger, we're better, and now we can now go and teach it far, far better, far, far easier, because now we know the system, the strategy that you should be tackling to get someone the success that they maybe want, maybe they deserve. And you can be there every step of the way. You can put in a plan for someone to build a residual business. And for us, that's the most important thing. The more people you help, the more success you own, the more rewarding it is for you.
I think also that's a key point here, I think, because we came into it and we wanted it for material reasons, and that's changed now. Like, I can truly 100% say that, of course I want the material things, of course I'd like to have a different house, but that's not my priority anymore. My priority is actually helping people. My priority is creating experiences for my children. They don't need material things. That's a lie for another day, but it's just something to help you note that actually you may join this, and yes, you want personal things, you want the material things, but actually you soon realise that's not what you need in life. I touched on it in my post earlier. You want to be with your family, and if you're not spending time with your family, which is the trap that we got caught in, of being expected to be on our phones 24/7, and the way it was worded and the way it made you feel, that in itself
made to feel unworthy.
And then you're not productive in anything you do. You're not productive in spending time with your family. You're not productive in spending time together, and you're not productive in your business. So that's where we definitely have grown, and the last 6 months have been our biggest growth yet.
Yeah, it had to be. It had to be.
Yeah.
Because it was either that,
or we probably would have stopped. To be fair,
you don't know, and that's where.
No, we wouldn't. My vision is bigger than that.
There's no way we would have stopped. But we certainly would have had a lot of time off. And for that reason, I just want to let anyone who watches this, anyone who may be struggling, believe me, the best thing you can do is work on yourself.
And talk to somebody.
And go and open up. And if you're not getting the support from an upline, you go further afield. You go up, you look for a coach, you look for a mentor. For you to get to a better level, for you to go, if you want to be a 6-figure earner, you need to literally be hanging with people who are 6-figure earners and finding out what they're doing on a day-to-day basis, replicating what they're doing, get their opinions on what you're doing, seek guidance and support. It's the biggest thing you can do. Quitting doesn't solve anything. Okay,
No.
and this is for anybody, regardless of what company you're in or anything. You need to work on yourself first and foremost.
And a few of the best tips that I've got are actually from people that are not in my company.
Yeah, it's true.
And that is something to remember, because and I've actually made good friends with them, and I don't want to prospect networkers. I just want to support them, and you're not going to see me try and prospect networkers, because that's not me. If someone wants to join me, then happily can, but it's not, that's not what this is about. You're here to help and support each other.
Exactly right. And if you're being taught to target other networkers and break up a married couple, I think you need to look hard at yourself, and because all the coaches don't teach that. All the coaches teach you to go and find new people that you can relate to.
That have a network of their own.
That have their own network of people that aren't necessarily networkers.
That aren't burnt out.
And yeah, that's right. So, because let's be totally real. Watched a really good live about an hour or two ago. I'm happy to say his name. It's Fraser and Louise. Louise may end up watching this. Very good interview that you did with him. But one of the points he said was about how if you build with networkers, it's hard work. You're only going to get people that are necessarily struggling. And are they the sorts of people that are going to work on themselves and get better and then get success? Maybe not. You don't know. But you just need to build friendships with these people. You might want to buy a product from them. You might. There's so many ways of helping each other out and supporting one another. Rather than just say looking at everyone as if a new team member coming in. It's just the wrong way to look at things. There's so many other people in the world to go and talk to and find out if they're interested in an extra income. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah.
So it brings us on to our new group. Yeah. We've been working with Stu, Mikey, Shaz. We got some diamond leader training from the uplines and stuff that are going to come in, which is just incredible.
And double diamond.
Some amazing, double diamond. Some amazing stories, amazing people that have actually completely turned their life around. And absolute massive respect goes to them.
Gone that step further and sustained it as well.
Yeah. So when you want to find out about how you're going to build a sustainable business, you need to be hanging with these people. You need to be seeking guidance and support from these people, So you need to integrate them into your group, basically. And that's exactly what we've done. We've got a new group that we've all worked really hard for, especially Mikey and Stu. I'm going to say that publicly on here because they have worked hard. They do deserve a big shout out, and we're going to do things the right way. We're going to do things that build someone a residual business properly, not building on sand, not building a pack of cards, because essentially that's what you're doing if you're hyping stuff up. It's going to come crashing down soon enough when it ain't new anymore. So you want to be doing things the right way. A decent family environment, given the right structure, the support,
community,
the training, making it fun. It's a community, one whole team together, going in one direction, being taught the right way. And I know that they will all see results from this, because they're not going to be turning people off. They're going to be turning people on.
And they're also people that want to be there. They're not people that you just get in and because you've got them in on a hype and they don't really know what to do and you don't really know what to do and they lose it. These are people that have stuck and stayed strong with their vision because they have a love for the product and what they are doing,
and they want to learn,
and they want to help people, and they have goals and dreams of their own. And that's important to note. When you do something like this and you have a team, you have your dream and you have your vision, and then you have these people that come in below you that you bring in or someone else brings in, and they have their goals and dreams, and they may want to do things differently, but you're all going in the same direction, and that's what this is about. It's about us all staying in the same community but going towards our goals and dreams as we see fit, being authentic to ourselves.
100%. And you just touched on a really good point about how everyone works the business differently. Everyone will have a way that works for them. But when you're giving someone a structure to actually go and own their business, because just remember one thing, right? If you're in this industry, one of the biggest things you need is the right DMO. But that DMO can be built around different ways of building your business. And if you're given the right structure for someone, whether they've joined today, whether they joined next week, whether they joined a year ago, it's irrelevant. You haven't got a boss in this. You are your boss. No. So you need something to sit down and set your goals. You need to set your goals, but you also need that set discipline structure, but it needs to be attainable.
Because you have to do this, you have to do it every day. You can't stop when you don't feel like it. You have to do it every day, because if you stop, all that work you've done previously, as soon as you start again, you're starting from day one.
Yeah.
There's nothing, you can't stop and start. You have to be consistent all the way through.
It needs to be achievable. If you give a team member, whether they start today or a year ago, whatever rank they are, if they're full-time, part-time, you need to give someone something that's achievable for them. And if you give them the right structure, everyone can make success of this business. Anyone can do this. If I can do this, anyone can do it. It's true. So,
I think we've probably been on for long enough.
We have been on for long enough on a Sunday evening. Yeah. So thanks everyone who tuned in tonight.
Thanks for jumping on.
Love you all, and we'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.